Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for some DC reviews, and in these DC reviews I'll be covering issue 9 of Justice League Unlimited by Mark Waid, and also Superman by Joshua Williamson, which is issue 28. I'll now get things ready and organised for the first one that I'll be reviewing. So, as we move into first things first, in relation to Justice League Unlimited issue 9, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? In some essence it sort of does, but I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the internal art, as we have a look around the beginning, middle and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. As the story begins, we catch up with a lot of things that are happening within the Watchtower, with all the Justice League members, as well as the Legion of Doom members, and anyone else who decides to make an appearance. As the story advances, we get to see what's happening with the Green Lanterns, plus anyone else that is also in the Watchtower, and also some of the things to expect within the story. So with it, we do learn that there are problems with issue in time, plus many other things as well. Until last but not least, we turn up at the end. So for the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the story. And I want to say that this story did include some comic book references, so I will include the mentions of what was brought up. So we had Absolute Power being brought up, as well as Justice League issues 26 to 37. So this is connecting to, I think it's the Scott Snyder run, when he was running on it in the time of Rebirth. Next is the area of time, to which we had no mention of time, even though time is somewhat connected to this story. The locations, we got to see the Watchtower, Terrific, as well as the original Justice League headquarters. A cast of characters consisting of the Justice League members, Doomsday, Time Trapper, and also members of the Legion of Doom. The overall rating is a 6.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into Superman, issue 28. So, as we start to move into the next one, starting off with first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? It does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10, because we do begin to see some appearances of members connected to this dark side version of the Legion of Superheroes. Next is the area of the internal art, as we have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, Clark finishes up on what he was doing in Metropolis, and we also get a bit of a slight flashback of sorts, because we get to see Clark Kent in his own room at Ma and Pa Kent's farm, which was really nice to see. And of course there is a little bit of a discussion about the Legion of Superheroes. As the story advances, or gets a little bit further, we see something that is happening with Superman. And of course you'll probably recognize this, because I actually used this in relation to the thumbnail. So we have Satin Girl, and it's nice to see a little John Kent, and that looks to be the John Samuel Kent, not the Brian Michael Bendis Kent, we hope, until of course Time Trapper turns up, plus the return of Superman Prime. For the internal art, I gave it a 7 out of 10, as I actually quite enjoyed it with this story, more so than what happened in Justice League Unlimited. Next is the area of the story rating, which consists of references, because of how far we are issue-wise, time, location, and cast. Starting off with the comic book reference, we had a reference to the Summer of Superman special, which was really good. Next is the time, to which none of that was sort of included. In locations, we got to see Metropolis, as well as the Kent Farm, and also the Justice League Watchtower. Cast of characters consisting of Clark Kent Superman. Of course, we got to see John Kent in there, but that was more so almost Vision-like. It's the only way. Mara and Pa Kent, which was really good. Saturn Girl. Doomsday Time Trapper. And Superboy Prime, and anyone else that I might have missed. Oh, Cosmic Boy. For the overall rating, I give it a 7 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.